Hey everyone, the topic of today's video is coming from a dream that I had as a kid. I never once imagined, I really did not believe that we would ever have this. We're going to be going over the Schumacher line, so let's get on to it. So for me, it's still incredible to think that after all of these years, I'm finally going to be able to have something like Alicia Silverstone Batgirl. That is, I honestly never thought that we were going to have something of this wave in this line. I'm very excited to be able to get into this and get this cranking. All right, there you have it. We have our Wave unboxed. Dang, I never thought we were gonna get toys from this. So for me, it's really cool. So I'm going to keep these boxes as a bit of a keepsake. So I'll start off with some of these cards and I'll read what it says on the back. We're going to go ahead and see if they are specific to the characters talked about, or if we're going to find out that this is kind of like we saw with the Aquaman wave, and it's just like generic things being said. First of all, we have Poison Ivy from the movie Batman and Robin by Joel Schumacher, played by Uma Thurman. She wants to dance like Uma Thurman. And her real name is Pamela Isley. The Dark Knight battles his greatest threats yet. Cold-hearted Mr. Freeze, venomous Poison Ivy, and the unstoppable brute known as Bane. So far, so good. It looks like we're actually going to get specific to the movie. Batman finds himself at odds with his crime-fighting comrade Robin, no longer satisfied with his role as a sidekick. As Mr. Freeze threatens to unleash a new ice age upon the citizens of Gotham City, the dynamic duo, now joined by the heroic newcomer Batgirl, must learn to work as a team before Gotham City is put on ice. Next card. Batgirl herself, played by Alicia Silverstone. In this universe, her real name is Barbara Wilson, because she is not the daughter of Jim Gordon, but the niece of Alfred Pennyworth. The Dark Knight battles his greatest threats yet. So the first part of this is the same. The whole card, it's the same card. It's the same thing. All right, bam. I'm getting a feeling that they copy and pasted for the whole wave. Let's see here. Yep, same description and same description. So now you know. So let's go ahead and go in that order. We're going to go look at Poison Ivy. This is modeled after the actress Uma Thurman in the late 90s. And honestly, I think that this sculpt is fantastic. I think it looks great. The battery died on my light. I'm very sorry. So unfortunately, the lighting isn't as good as I'd want it to be. But at the same time, this, I think it's showing up on camera. This is looking fantastic. I really like how she looks. Really, honestly, no complaints at all. So we go through here, and she has a little bit of a gun hand, but I mean the way that it's stylized and whatnot, it doesn't look too bad. And then she has her open hand here. On the inside of it, there is a leaf on her palm that she is holding, as if she's offering it to somebody, kind of like that. She's got these really cool add-ons onto her eyebrows, just like she does in the movie. She's got a little bit of a crown poking through her red hair. She's got the, I don't know, corset, I guess, made of leaves. And I think that the, you know, people call it a diaper for these kind of figures. They did do a diaper here. However, I think that they had it seamlessly flow into the trunk, so it looks nearly like one piece. And if you're not looking at it close up, it does look like it is one seamless piece. So good on them. They have this, and it is textured. It's not just painted on. This is textured on this black vine that's kind of curled and going from her hips down to the inside of her knee, where her MCL is located. And then there's the boots. Instead of having boots, they just did a paint illusion so that it kind of seamlessly went in there. And on the boots themselves, there's more intricate designs, and they do pop out. It is not, it is like sculpted in, it's not painted on. But yeah, so we have that. Double knee, double elbow, jointed. As is usual with these kinds of figures, the hair kind of gets in the way from you being able to do a lot, but you can always move it if you want like that, and I don't think that looks bad at all. But do be warned, if you keep them posed like that for a while, it is going to warp the plastic that the hair is made out of into a shape that's going to be hard to undo later without some engineering. And also with the trunk, it is double pivoted. We got actually from the rib cage up is one piece. The abdominal area right here is another, and then you have the diaper that connects to the legs. Overall, really impressed with this figure. This whole wave looks like it's going to be fire, much to Arnold Schwarzenegger's chagrin, because, you know, fire, ice, get it? It's a joke because it's the ice puns, you know, in the movie. Mr. Freeze.
You guys are on fire. And ice! Ice and fire! That's a Game of Thrones joke. It is?
So here we go. We got Dr. Isley over there. Next up, we'll look at Batgirl. So, honestly, the face sculpt, it passes for Batgirl. I mean, you got the suit, you got the hair and whatnot, so it passes. But if you look really, really close, I don't think there's a lot of similarity to Alicia Silverstone. But in a display and whatnot, I don't think there's that big of an issue. The mechanics here are the same. She has two closed fists, pivot on the chest, or the ribs up to the abdominal area, diaper, legs, all the same things, double jointed on the elbows and the knees. She's got the gauntlet spikes that are traditional for a lot of iterations of Bat people. The cape is fairly malleable. Yeah, I feel pretty comfortable playing around doing stuff like this, so yeah, she does have, just like Poison Ivy, she has some high heels that she stands on, which probably makes it even more so that you're going to need to use these puck stands to get her to stand up. Her hair is not as big or as long as Poison Ivy, so you're able to get pretty good articulation here, range of motion, I mean. Yeah, so pretty much fantastic figure. It's kind of insane after so many years to finally have, was it 23 years? No, well, I need to know now. 26? It took 26 years? Yeah, 26 years. It came out in 97, I think, yeah. So if it was 97, I think it was 26 years. And then we finally got it. These toys, it's awesome to see that. I'm gonna go ahead and put her here in a little bit of a fighty pose. And that's pretty good. And we'll zoom in on that here in a second. But next we have our Robin / Nightwing. And on that note, I do hope that one day they reuse this head sculpt and give us his first costume. Because honestly, this is, I mean, maybe for marketing reasons they're like, oh, who the heck knows who Nightwing is? But they kept him with Robin. But this is pretty much that universe's Nightwing suit. And even if he wasn't going by Nightwing at this point, maybe later on he kept the same suit, maybe changed the color of the bat symbol or the Robin symbol to be blue and turned into Nightwing. Headcanon. So, but yeah, so we have Chris O'Donnell here playing Robin from this universe, and I think it got the bat nips and everything. I don't know if you can see that right there. The head sculpt is phenomenal, looks just like him. The hair is on point. The cape is pretty cool. Get to move it around a bit. In my collection, I used to have a little Robin from this movie that, but it was like the 3-inch Kenner toy, and so it's crazy to think I'm going to be able to finally replace him with this guy. Yeah, so same mechanics when it comes to the torso and everything. I think all 5 figures, all 5 figures, including the Build-A-Figure, act that way. But yeah, 10 out of 10. Fantastic sculpt, articulation, everything, and for what, 25 bucks? That's a steal. I actually think I got it for even less than that per figure because I ordered it during the, I think I ordered it during some event or something, and then I got a discount. I don't remember. I have to go through my bank account, and I'm not going to. But in my head, I got this on a discount, so it was an even better deal, and that's the story I'm going with. Yeah, that is just awesome to have that little figure. And then, guy gets a lot of flack. George Clooney Batman. I honestly thought he was a good Batman. I did not have an issue. I liked his Bruce Wayne. I liked his Batman. Yeah, I mean, there were some corny jokes. But those jokes, I mean, that's really complaining with the movie itself. And how the movie was made and the directing and the writing. As a Batman, I think that jokes aside and whatnot, that's not on him. He didn't write the movie. I think he did a great job. I think he was a really cool Batman. I liked seeing him come back for that surprise cameo at the end of The Flash. Yeah, overall, I think it was fantastic. So here we go. Straight black suit. My lore of that universe and the branch-off universes from the Burtonverse is a little iffy. I think somebody said that this suit is the Kilmer Batman, the Batman Forever suit, but just different color scheme. Maybe I'm misremembering. Maybe what I'm remembering is that his ice suit. No. There's something about repaints, recolors, something like that. And that this is the Kilmer suit, but just all black, something like that. Look it up. Let me know in the comments if I'm wrong. Well, I probably am wrong. Let me know how wrong I am in the comments. Because not only do you get to tell me how wrong I was, but that does get you an entry into the giveaway, and we'll talk about that at the end of the video. But yeah, honestly, back to the figure, the face sculpt I think is spot on to the Clooney Batman. I love how the ears are all, I mean, that's one of my pet peeves with Batman figures, is those ears that sometimes get floppy or bend easily. And this is pretty sturdy. It's not going to bend anytime soon. No gravity or anything pushing it down. All the articulation is on point. You get to go do whatever you want, like bam, kick to the face or whatever, leaping through the air. With all of them, they have, I mean, again, so this toy can have pivots on the foot. But Hasbro's, the Marvel Legends, Spider-Man. How many Spider-Man toys do we have that don't have a toe pivot? I mean, what? That's like, Spider-Man is the thing that you want to pose in your collection. I mean, come on. But anyway. So we got this right here. I think it looks fantastic. Great addition to the collection. And we're going to go ahead and put a puck on him. Put him on a puck. And this one is most likely going to go not in my multiverse collection, but in my Batman collection, because we do have another Clooney figure. And that's going to be our next video we'll be doing, but we'll get to that point. We get to that point right now. What we need to focus on is Arnold. Nice to meet you.
Tonight's forecast. A freeze is coming. Allow me to break the ice. What killed the dinosaurs? The Ice Age! I'm afraid that my condition has left me cold to your pleas of mercy. All right, everyone. Chill. It's a cold town. Cold party. Revenge is a dish best served cold. Winter has come at last.
You know? But yeah, so really excited to, I mean, for the past, I don't know, 5-6 years, something like that, I've had, I have a 12-inch collection as well, very small, but they're mainly the movie villains, and most of them are from the Burtonverse. I have a 12-inch or a roundabouts. So I have a Catwoman. It's a bit bigger than 12. I think it's 14 inches. So I have a Catwoman. I have a Penguin, Danny DeVito. So Michelle Pfeiffer, Catwoman.
Closest thing to Michelle Pfeiffer. Michelle Pfeiffer, that white goat.
Penguin, Danny DeVito. I have a resin head sculpt of the Jack Nicholson Hot Toy Joker, and I bought some of his clothes that because I was really outside of my price range. We have the Jack Nicholson Hot Toy. So I have the head. That's a resin sculpt that somebody resold, and I bought that for like 20 bucks or something years ago. And then my wife and I painted it together. And that's the one that you've seen in my display, is that particular Joker. And then over the years, like once a year, I'd buy one piece from his costume. And I think overall, I've spent $190 on the guy. Maybe that's the first number that pops into my head. I remember that it was less than $200. And for the price that it's going for, I mean, this kit bash that I made of the '89 Joker, it works good enough for me. And I mean, I have the jacket and all that. The last thing I need to do, my wife was talking once upon a time about buying some material and making him a shirt. I'm gonna go check on eBay and see if I can save her some time and heartache, and see if somebody's selling the shirt for a reasonable price, and then that will be a done deal, and I'll finally have that guy finished. So, yeah, sorry it took me a little bit longer. I was trying to get those legs to fit in very well, but I couldn't do it, so I'm just gonna have it just kind of sit there and pretend that it's working. But anyway, like I was saying, I have a whole bunch of 12-inch toys or around about that scale for the movies, and I did not have a Mr. Freeze Schwarzenegger, and then I found out that some like Warner Brothers store or something had a 12-inch non-posable plastic mold of a Schwarzenegger Mr. Freeze, and that is what has been in my collection for the past few years. So it will be cool, pun intended, huh?
Nice.
It will be cool to have a scaled down Schwarzenegger Mr. Freeze in with everyone else. So I am not going to use these, but from what I understand, these are like, if you want to have your Batman or your Robin frozen, like you put these over the shoulders and whatnot. I'm going to save these probably for like an X-Men display with Iceman or something when I have time to play around with the displays, which feels like will never ever happen. So I'm going to go ahead and now fix that gun. So either Warner Brothers lifted the embargo on weapons and guns, or McFarlane was somehow able to convince them that this Freeze gun is not an actual gun, so that they could sell it. Who knows? I don't. If you know, please let me know in the comments. And go ahead and not only share some information, but also get yourself entered into the giveaway. And go ahead here. Trying to get a decent gun pose. I was wrong, by the way. It looks like neither the gun, neither the knees nor the elbows on this guy are double jointed, so that's a shame. Common issue that I personally have with a lot of Build-A-Figures is everything not snapping in place like I feel like they're supposed to. So like it's still falling off. I never feel comfortable. Look at that! Look at that! I honestly hate Build-A-Figures. They're always, not always, but oftentimes, too often, it's just they don't snap together properly. They don't fit together properly. Okay, that one popped. So his head's never popping back out, but I don't know. I feel uncomfortable doing that because I don't want to push too hard and then end up breaking it. Especially with a toy like this that I want to keep in perpetuity. Definitely don't want to break it. Overall, I think the toy looks cool. Being able to handle it, move it around, and do stuff with it, not my favorite, but it's a cool display piece nonetheless. Or like Mr. Freeze from the Schumacher verse would probably say, "None the ice." because, you know, it just makes so much sense. Got an extra puck over here, so I will slap that on this bad boy. Make sure he stays standing. All right. There it is. Wow. It is a little surreal for me to think that I got this entire line together. That is insanity. So yeah, really excited to be able to put these guys up on my display. Let's go ahead and see how it turned out. So here we have Poison Ivy. I think she turned out really good here in the collection. We also have Mr. Freeze, who was put in here. And you can see that I kind of had this set up beforehand with this in mind of one day. Hopefully, you know, even though I say that, you know, I never thought this was going to happen, I hoped. And so I did have the display set up showing Bane, Poison Ivy, and Mr. Freeze all together, just in case. And so I was able to just slip them into the collection in some different spots. And you can see also, I do subscribe to the theory that we had two different Poison Ivies during the animated series. One was a clone that was slowly degrading, and that's why her skin color was all white and whatnot. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. Also, we have here the George Clooney Batman that I put up here in this display. He's along with my other extra movie Batman figures, and like the Conroy figures and whatnot. I got Robert Pattinson looking down on everyone. Yeah. And as for Batgirl and Robin, they're on the side right now because I just realized I never got around to finishing my Batman family display. And up there, I mean, there's a lot of work to be done still, but I mean, these things are falling down. But up there will be like Robin, Batgirl, Oracle, Orphan, Red Hood, all those guys. They all go up there. They're in a box still. I have not unpacked them and put them away yet. But for those of you who want to see kind of what I'm talking about, in my very first video on this channel, in my old collection, you can see how I used to have all the Robins and whatnot set up somewhere. But yeah, here's that right now, and yeah. But so until then, the only three I was able to put up was Clooney Batman, Thurman Poison Ivy, and Schwarzenegger Mr. Freeze. So that about wraps us up for this video. Thank you very much for being a part of it, for being here, and for enjoying getting these really cool toys in my display with me. I am very excited, very happy to have them there. But now it comes to what you can get out of it. And that is potentially winning a McFarlane Collector's Edition First Appearance Superman. Once we hit 50 subscribers, and let me check as of right now where we are in subscribers. Wow, 47. Thank you all so much. That is amazing. That it's like, wow, 47 subscribers. So yeah, 3 more subscribers, and you're gonna force me to do a giveaway video. I am actually really excited for it. Thank you all so much, especially the comments. I've been taking them, logging them. We're gonna make sure that everybody who has commented will be enrolled in the giveaway. And for those of you who this might be your first video, you might not know, but some YouTubers have been lying to you when they say subscribe and you'll be enrolled in their giveaways. They can't do that because there is the privacy policies. And those of us who make content, we can see some of the people who are subscribed to us, but we can't see them all because some people, they toggle their privacy on their subscriptions. So I don't have a full list of everyone who's subscribed. So in order to be fair, I have a subscriber count that I'm trying to hit. And then for every subscriber milestone that we hit, so after 50, the next one's 100, I go through, I then look at the comments, because I know for a fact I can track people down based on the comments, because those are public. Yeah. So even though you don't have to subscribe to be a part of the giveaway, you subscribing helps us get to the next tier. So it's only, at this point, it's in your benefit to subscribe. The more subscribers we get, the more giveaways we do. And then after we hit 1,000 subscribers, it's going to be regular giveaways instead of based off of how many subscribers we have. But anyway, like I said, thanks for being part of this video. And as we slowly evolve this toy room into what I hope it's going to be, just taking a lot longer. Who knew that trying to do this while going to do a full-time PhD and working full-time would make it kind of challenging, you know? Guess I kind of bit off more than I could chew. But it's still fun. We'll do it slowly over time. Anyway, thank you all so much for being part of the channel. I'll see you in the next video.